Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Tracy again with JDL Threads, where we do what? Embroider any and everything. So today I'm going to be embroidering this shirt that I want to wear for Thanksgiving. Nice fall color. Let me just take it out the hoop so you guys can check it out. Nice fall color. And what the design I'm going to be doing is, with God all things are possible. And you guys, you just have to know that for yourself, that God is never going to fail you. All you need to do is get over your fears and get out there, step out of your comfort zone and try whatever your dream is. And with the help of God, it can be accomplished. I promise you. So I'm going to be using my new mighty hoop. This is the 6.25 by 8.25, which is equivalent to my machine, a D hoop. A D embroidery hoop on the Ricoma MT 1501. It's equivalent to that. So I'm going to be go ahead and using that. I have already, let me show you, hooped my stabilizer. And because this is a knit fabric, what I'm going to be using is my cutaway stabilizer, just to give it a little bit more support. You want to make sure it's nice and taut. Nice and taut there. And I'm going to be inserting the shirt upside down so that we can have a better chance of having no registration issues with it going in from the neck. You also want to make sure that your shirt is going under your tubular part of your embroidery arm, as to not stitch the top and the bottom of the shirt together. So what I did forget, you guys, was I forgot to put my design upside down. Since my shirt is upside down, that way it stitches out right side up the correct way and not upside down. So give me just a second here. I have to take out my design, remove it from the embroidery status, so I can hit design set on my machine. I'm going to go to the little squares that look like F's, because right now the design is right side up. If you look at my screen, and I want to flip that design upside down. So right now it's right side up. I want to flip it upside down. So I'm going to hit the F with the bottom and press OK. It's going to flip my design upside down, as you guys can see now, upside down, so that I can go ahead and make sure the top of my design is at the top of my neck on my embroidery hoop. All right. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to give it one more trace, because I did have it traced out. Sorry, you guys, just trying to set everything up so you can see better. There we go. I'm going to push escape on my machine so I can get back to the main screen. I'm going to go ahead and trace my design one more time and put it into the embroidery file to make sure that everything is all clear when I go to stitch out this design, so that I don't hit my embroidery hoop. Don't want to damage your machine. And again, make sure you guys, your oil machine, oil your machine, oil your machine. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit slow redraw, just to do a slow trace of the faster trace that we already did. And we are tracing on needle 1 here, as you can see, and that design is well within the center of this mighty hoop, you guys. So we are good. I'm also, since this is a knit fabric, going to take some of my aqua topping or water soluble stabilizer and put it on top, so that my threads don't get buried in this really soft fabric. So I've got my colors all set up. Let me turn my light on here. Got my colors all set up. Got my embroidery design loaded into the machine. Got my aqua topping. And so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit that start button so we can start embroidering our design. Just give it enough clearance back there in the back to make sure nothing gets jammed in the back of your embroidery machine back there. You go. Again, this is the Ricoma MT1501 embroidery machine, 15 needle embroidery machine. And if you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe for me, as it does help my channel out, you guys. Thanks so much. We are currently stitching at 950 stitches a minute. I think the machine goes up to 1,200 stitches. Sometimes I go 1,000, but I usually just like to keep it at 950. This design is looking real nice right now, everybody. With God, all things are possible. Just gotta remember that. Step out on faith. That's it. If you are having some type of issues with your machine where it's not stitching, because sometimes I get that too, you want to check your thread path to make sure that your thread hasn't jumped out of the path into another thread path, because that will give you a stitching error. You want to make sure your tension is pretty good, because that might give you a thread break. And then you guys, you also want to make sure you're checking your bobbin case, because if you've got loose threads up in there or dust, that is also going to affect the way your machine stitches out. Also, in that bobbin case, there is that little line where your thread goes in before it goes into the pigtail. Always take like a business card or an old piece of junk mail and run your card through that little line, because sometimes it does get a little bit of dust up in there. And then if it's dusty up in there and that embroidery thread, your bottom thread on the bottom, is not able to move freely, that is also going to cause your machine to give you issues. So don't think that, you know, it's your machine is not working. It's just you got to check all these things out. Stay calm, assess the situation, and keep it moving, you guys. Again, we are on the Ricoma MT1501. Loving this with all things God is Possible design. not sure why I got these two little stocks here, guys, but I can't stand them. Those little pigtails, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut those off. All right, and there you have it, guys. The design is all done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do some cleanup and get those loose tails cut, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like, guys, okay? All right, guys, there it is. With God, all things are possible shirt. Let me just move in a little bit closer so you can check it out. There was a little bit of pull right here, but I think overall the design came out pretty good, you guys. What do you think? So remember, your dream is nobody else's dream. You got to stay focused, stay driven, and just keep pushing on, you guys. Hope you like this design. And until next time, a next video, remember, like, share, subscribe for me. And this is Tracy with JDL Threads, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.